I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the USL Championship League match between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and that going to be Tulsa FC or FC Tulsa. A big match here today between these two teams, and actually a rematch of the USL Championship last year, as the TV has about frozen. Come on. Sportsnet Pittsburgh is throwing us some problems, but we are live tonight. Gonna be bringing in live play-by-play and coverage. How's it going, John? How you doing today, man? All right, let me go ahead and make sure we are all good over here. Yes, sir, with the soccer. With the soccer. Oh, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good night. Pittsburgh is currently favored. Pittsburgh, I believe, was like on the money line was like -120. So last time we saw these two in the championship match, the game ended 0-0. But on PKs, oh, there we go. They're having technical difficulties. They're saying they're having technical difficulties. Can I watch it on ESPN Plus, or am I barred because of regional? Let me take a look here. I might be barred for regional. I'll do the regional. Well, I'm gonna give it a try. Let me see here. Watch. Or worst case scenario, I can pull up. Okay, there we go. We're good. Maybe. We'll find a way. We're having some issues. Sportsnet Pittsburgh throwing some issues. It's on Apple TV. Well, currently this match is only on the RSN. So let me go over to Sportsnet Pittsburgh on my laptop here, because then I can do that. I can at least watch it on my laptop. Maybe, unless they're having technical difficulties too. Oh no, they're having technical difficulties there as well. Okay, let's see if I can pull it up on ESPN Plus. If I can't pull it up on ESPN Plus, this is going to be an interesting stream, considering I do not have full access to the game because Sportsnet Pittsburgh is having technical issues. But the game is on ESPN Plus as well, so that might give us a little out here. As I am ready to watch my first USL game of the year. A big match here. Let me go ahead and pull up something as well over here. There it is. I bet I can watch it. Oh, wait a minute. Watch live on ESPN Plus. I think we have it. We have it! We are here in the great city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, ready to take on Tulsa FC. There we go. All right, that makes it a lot better now. Ready to rumble here. I've been to Highmark Stadium in the past. It is an interesting venue. It's a small venue, but a really interesting venue. Oh, we actually won some really nice, like they were like the club level seats. Like we won like 3 tickets to that at one point. It was like, no, it was 4 tickets. We won 4 tickets. It was up to the club level where they had like the buffet. You were up on the upper deck on the outside overlooking the stadium. It was cool. It was really cool. There's also a tucked in venue as well. It is a kind of tucked away venue. Very interesting place to play. Oh man. Go over here and pull up a few things here. Jason. I want to watch the ESPN. I want to watch the ESPN scoreboard. Oh man. I have it all set up over here. Branch over here. And let me pull up the USL standings. USL stand. Because right now, Pittsburgh needing a little bit of help. A bit of help. They're currently 12 points out of first in Group A. They're in a playoff spot, but they're going to have a lot of work. Oh man, what's good, Greg? Yeah, the head trainer of the Pirates came out and said Cruz is able to play base. He's met all baseball requirements, but since the Pirates decided to put him on 6-day IR, he can't come back till the 8th. Oh my gosh, that is a killer. That is a killer. Oh man. Well, we're here ready to roll. We're taking a look at the starting lineups for today. Very interesting jerseys to be worn today by both teams. Very interesting. But FC Tulsa in Group B is currently 6th. They are 9 points out of first. Currently in a playoff spot by 1 point. They need every single point they can get. Pittsburgh has 2 points of security. You don't want to flirt with that too much, though. You don't want to flirt too close to the sun. If you fly too close to the sun, well, you're going to get burned. Just saying. But we are here in Pittsburgh taking a look at that going to be at Tulsa. As they are huddling up. Same thing here with Pittsburgh. Both teams huddling up, getting ready to go here for a big match here today. As these teams are in the thick of the playoff race here in the month of July. Getting into the month of August here momentarily. Kickoff just moments away. Oh, man, if you guys are hyped, drop us a like, drop us a sub, man. We'll be here all night covering this game. Both goalkeepers doing the last-minute warm-ups here in Highmark Stadium. Recently, the Marlins had a 12-game losing streak, but now they're tied with the Bucks. It is. It really is. It looks like we are about ready to get underway. I got a muscle spasm. That don't feel good. Well, we are about to get underway here as it's Tulsa with the ball on the kickoff. Sending it around to the far side. That ball going to go out of play. So Pittsburgh going to go ahead and send it in. It's actually not Highmark Stadium. It's FNB Stadium nowadays. I did not know they changed that name. That ball going to be put into play now right at center pitch. Pittsburgh going to get back on it. Sending it over to the near side. Stretching it up. Nice takeaway by Tulsa. Going to be moved around to that far side. Aggressive play. A Pittsburgh player down. A Tulsa player down. But you're going to have ourselves some sort of foul of some kind here. As 2 players down. Looks like there was a cup check on the Pittsburgh player. And the Tulsa player still slow to get up here. Pittsburgh player going to be up there. But let's take a look at that hit again. Ooh, it was leg to crotch on both ends. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah, leg to crotch on both ends. I saw they pushed Paul Skeen start back. So does that mean they're going to call up someone from the from AAA for the Pirates for tomorrow? They could. They very well could. But the Tulsa goalkeeper going to send it on in. And Pittsburgh heading it back, but tied up around the far side. And the Pittsburgh player is down on the pitch. He is in a world of pain, it would appear. Is that incidental pain, though? Is it just him playing to try and get a card? He's got the stoppage, so I think this is turning into something. He's really grabbing at that hip. Oh! Yeah, no, that was a big collision. That was a big collision right on into the hip of the Riverhounds player. Oh, man. So 2 minutes in, both teams already with a foul. That's going to be Griffin heading off for Pittsburgh. At least presumably, he's jogging around. Oh, he might be staying in. No, he's staying in. That is good. He is going to stay in here. Pittsburgh going to send a deep kick. And they sail it all the way out the back. Yo, Ray with the happy poop. Ray with the happy poop. Much love. So here we go. Tulsa's goalkeeper going to go ahead and send it on in here. It's Johan Ramirez. So they're doing a starter. So the real starter is going to come in behind him. Tulsa going to send it on in. And around to the near side. Trying to work it around. Over to the far side. Tulsa at center pitch. Bouncing around, trying to get it by. Able to move it around the far perimeter, all along the sideline. Sending it up towards the offensive end. Around to that far side. Tight on the wall. And that ball going to be sent around again. Big aggressive maneuver there. Tulsa going to take it back into their own end, trying to find some room. Out to the far side they go again. Yeah, it's Johan Ramirez. So it's going to be, he's going to be used as a 1-inning starter, maybe a 2-inning starter. Interesting decision. I've not seen the Pirates use like a starter like that, like a jump starter. Interesting. So we'll see. This is the first full season for the Riverhounds' current head coach here. Taking a look at him. As that ball going to be moved around Tulsa in the offensive end with that ball, trying to get to the box, out around the middle of the zone. Back again, creating some space. Tulsa in the black and blue, Pittsburgh in the Bridges shirts. That ball going to be sent into the corner. Pittsburgh chasing it around, and it's going to go out of bounds. Pittsburgh ball, I believe. Yep. Pittsburgh's goalkeeper going to send it on in here. Ready to roll. Luke Spencer in his second season as the head coach of Tulsa. What's nuts is that Philadelphia and Arizona are now tied. It is. It really is crazy. Like, it is absolutely bonkers what we're seeing in the MLB right now. And this ball is going to get sent up. Pittsburgh trying to get it in the offensive end. Tulsa able to get a leg on it out to the far side. Pittsburgh holds it in. Tied up in the middle of that zone. Pittsburgh able to get a foot on it. Back over to the near side. Up to the midline. Pittsburgh sending it around, and they sail it out of bounds. But it was actually, might have been out of bounds off of... Here, no, it's Tulsa. No. It looks like Pittsburgh's going to have an inbound. Yeah. So it went out off of the foot of Tulsa. So here we go. Over now is Barnes on the inbound. Sending it into the corner and now move towards the near side. Tulsa sends it up. Moving it up the other way. Here comes a chance with some speed. Passing it up. Out the far side perimeter. Lot of speed. Moving that ball in for Tulsa. Around the perimeter. Pittsburgh able to pull it away. But it's going to be awarded as a corner for Tulsa. Oh, man. So Tulsa getting awarded the corner there. That was an incredible break for Tulsa. But an incredible job by Pittsburgh to just maintain the boundary. Whew. So here comes the corner attempt for Tulsa. For a Cohen corner kick. Gonna play it in towards the near side. Not going for the regular kick. Sending it up, and it goes out of bounds. Almost into the upper deck. That club seating. By the way, that club seating is really nice. It is really nice in this venue. Okay, I'm going to move this over here. So another corner kick for Tulsa. And now sending it in on the kick to the near side. Tulsa from the top of the box. Around now, back to the midfield circle. Towards the far side, playing it down in towards the box. Pittsburgh able to send it back out. Up near the midline, here comes your chance. At a break, Pittsburgh trying to work, gets tripped up. Pittsburgh ball in the offensive half of the pitch. After he got taken down here, that was Amon, I believe. So he's going to send it back to the midline. Pittsburgh working that ball around. Over to the far side. Back to the midline and back to their own half again. Over towards the near side. Tulsa on it, sending it up, driving it in. Towards the far side, moving it into the box and shooting it. A chance on net. Tulsa not able to maintain it as the Pittsburgh goalkeeper was out of his crease. An incredible break for Pittsburgh. And I think Pittsburgh's ending up with the ball again. Wow. Tulsa had an incredible opportunity as the goalkeeper sprawled and missed. He just couldn't turn it quick enough. He just couldn't turn it quick enough. Oh, man. That should be Tulsa ball, I believe, after seeing where it went out. But Pittsburgh able to send it in, and now it's going to be Tulsa ball. Didn't really screw the Pirates by not being able to hit. Exactly. Exactly. The Pirates just really have not been working well against lefties. They've really been struggling. Batista sends it in for Tulsa. Back to the goalkeeper and now towards the near side. Tulsa in the last match drew at Lexington. Oh no, you're Greg. You're good, man. You are so fine. I get it. I'm a little bit upset as well, man. I am definitely upset about that homestand. They should have at least walked away with 3 wins. But at least they proved that they could come back and stay in it whenever they look like they're down and out by pushing both games to extras. So here we go, over to the far side. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Now to the near side. Pittsburgh in their own end, getting back on it, trying to create some space. Out the near perimeter sideline, moving it up. Stretch pass into the offensive half of the pitch. Working it around with some space. Pittsburgh across. Trips over the ball. Back on it again. Trips over the Tulsa player. It's going to be a free kick for the Riverhounds. Here we go. A chance right at the top of the circle in the box. Right at the top of the box. That was right after the Riverhounds player tripped over the ball. That was not a good look right there, tripping over the ball. But Pittsburgh with a free kick. Yeah, 9 or 24 against lefties. They have not been good, or 9 for 24. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. It is downright bad. Pirates can't hit lefties. And teams know that. But Pittsburgh trying to talk over the strategy here on the free kick. Gonna try and send it over the Tulsa players into the back of the net. Here comes the kick. Here comes the chance. Kick gonna not get through the wall of Tulsa players. Pittsburgh able to send it to the box. Over to the near side. Working around down low at the sideline. It goes out of bounds. Not quite. I thought it did, but it didn't. Pittsburgh maintaining it. In the offensive half of the pitch, back to the mid-circle. Over to the far side they go, trying to play it on down. Tripped up, pushed over by the Tulsa player. That's going to be Riverhounds' ball. All right now. Pirates only have, oh my gosh. I knew they played a lot away in August. I just didn't know how many home games they had. That is crazy. 9 home games in August. Ay, caramba. That ball going to get sent out of play by Pittsburgh. So Tulsa back on it again. And Pittsburgh is coming off a bit of a loss last week. I believe it was a 1-0 loss. But they should have easily ran away with a win. So, keeping an eye on that here today as Pittsburgh is trying to be aggressive. They've had a couple of good breaks, but so has Tulsa. 19 goals scored this season, by the way, for Pittsburgh, 16 of which in the box. Over to the far side, Pittsburgh playing it down, but Tulsa right back on the ball. Out to the far side they go. And moving it on up near the midline. Passing back, creating some space. Tulsa through a line of Pittsburgh defenders and back again. Working on a bit of a jagged peaks here to offense here to the near side. Tulsa sends it up. That ball goes out of bounds. Pittsburgh ball right near the midfield mark. Oh yeah, you gotta walk away with at least 500 if not winning the series. I would say getting through a series that you don't lose is a win right now of a 2 series losses. But Tulsa driving in towards the box, shot on net, and he scores. Wait a minute. They're pointing. Is that a Tulsa goal? Tulsa's celebrating. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I just realized I was not running my program. They are awarding Tulsa the goal. They are awarding Tulsa the goal. Go ahead and just run this here real quick. Because I have not been paying attention to doing that. Oh boy, Tulsa on a wide open shot there right from the, even outside of the box. The Pittsburgh goalkeeper just not able to get there in time. Not able to get there in time. A beauty of a dagger there by Tulsa. already having had more goals than we had in the USL Championship game last year. That was Dorsey's goal at 13 minutes, his third of the season. Also playing it back into their own side. Okay. Doing a little bit of coding here real quick. Oh, man. Give me 1 second here. And now to the near side. Pittsburgh trying to play it back out of their own end. And that ball going to go out of bounds. Tulsa on the inbound here with a chance. And sending it in back into their own end. Pittsburgh on the ball trying to play it on back if they can. To the near side, Pittsburgh intercepts with a chance to the far side. Trying to penetrate the box. A lot of blue there. A big sea of black and blue. Pittsburgh has to regroup. Out to the far side perimeter they go. Passing it back. Trying to create some room again down low. The far side back to the midline they go. Working it now to the midline. Back into their own half from the center circle. Sending it to the near side on a pass. It goes right to Tulsa. Going to send it out the other way. Over to the near side. Pittsburgh has to regroup. Playing it out to the far side at the midline. And Pittsburgh on the ball. Sending it up on a pass. Deeper into the offensive end from the perimeter. Trying to find a way to move it. A sea of blue. Resulting in a bit of a push down. Pittsburgh back on the ball again. To the near side. And going to pass it on up. Trying to find somewhere they can go. Tulsa is on this team like hounds on fresh meat. Hounds on fresh meat, I tells ya. So here we go to the near side. Tulsa, or Pittsburgh moves it up. Tulsa able to take it on back. Gonna be played by the goalkeeper. Oh man, I just realized that score is wrong. That score is wrong. You know what? These scores are flipped. No, I just gotta do this. There we go. So now over to the near side. We got a whistle on this one. Okay. Me. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. A free kick here for Tulsa on their own half of the pitch. Over to the near side. Playing it around. Pittsburgh trying to get back on it. Tulsa sends it deep. To the far side. In the box. Back to the goalkeeper, Pittsburgh. Able to play that ball. Trying to find somewhere he can go. Trying to find the best place to move it. And he's going to send it on up on a deep kick. To the offensive half of the pitch. To the far side. Pittsburgh working that ball down back to Tulsa. Over to the near side. Nice tackle by Pittsburgh, but Tulsa right back on it the other way. Into the offensive end, near side chance. Tulsa with a pass in front. Centering it into the box. Back again into the mid part of the zone. And Tulsa's running it back the other way. Over to the far side. Working it around. Tulsa deeper into the zone. Around the far side of the box. Back up to the top. Into the box. They shoot off the post to the near side. What a save there by the goalpost. Over to the near side. Tulsa back into their own end of the near. Top of the zone. Back to the midfield circle. Trying to work that ball around. Out to the far side they go. Sending it around. Back to the midline. Back to the mid circle. Pittsburgh trying to take that ball back over to the near side. Trying to be aggressive. Be aggressive. Into the corner. Pittsburgh gonna let that ball sail out of bounds for their own ball. Gonna be the goalkeeper on the ball. Okay. Go ahead and update. Okay. So, ball was inbounded. Immediately gets called down again. Waiting to see after the foul, Pittsburgh with the goalkeeper having the ball in his box. Or on the near side of his box, I should say. Goalkeeper going to play it at the near side. Now we're going to get the play. So Pittsburgh desperately needing this game after last week's disappointment. Sending it in. Deep ball. Going to be taken back by Tulsa. Pittsburgh to the near side. At the near sideline, centering it up in the zone right to the Tulsa player. And Tulsa out to the far side with some space, trying to get into the offensive end. Pittsburgh blanketing that side of the pitch, though. And it goes right back to the goalkeeper who sprawls up in the air. Pittsburgh going to send it back the other way. A big, deep pass right to the Tulsa goalkeeper. Over to the near side they go. Tulsa out of their own end to the far side. Working that ball. Over towards the near side. Aggressively working that corner. It goes off of a Pittsburgh. No! It goes off a Tulsa player and out of bounds. I thought that went off the Pittsburgh player. But Pittsburgh in the offensive end with a chance. With that ball to the near side. Playing it in. Passing back. Trying to see if they can make some space. Going clear across the pitch to the far side. Working that ball back again near the midfield mark. In the circle. To the near side, having to center pass it up into the offensive zone deep. But Tulsa right back on it again. Pittsburgh trying to blanket that ball back. Tulsa somehow works through. And a Pittsburgh foul. Results in a Tulsa ball. Oh, man. This is more like calling hockey. This is more like calling hockey. This is my warm-up. This is my warm-up for the NHL season. Tulsa working back to their own end. The far side stretching it up, taking back Pittsburgh, going the other way with a chance. Can't control the rebound on the pass, and Tulsa back on it to the far side. They're trying to move it on up. Tulsa having possession for slightly bit more, but definitely being a lot better and more aggressive. 21 final third entries compared to 19 for Pittsburgh, and 5 touches in the opponent box to none, favoring Tulsa, being the better team all around, as Tulsa works through the Riverhounds player, but Pittsburgh gets the ball back. To the near side, ball comes loose. Tulsa back on it again. Tied up 4 on the near side. Tulsa working the zone. Passing it across, now into the box they go. Taken out. Pittsburgh gets the ball. Big stretch pass here. Here comes a chance if Pittsburgh can get on it. They do. A partial breakaway, but he has to control it to the sideline. Keeps it in bounds. Has to slow it down, wait for some support as Tulsa is blanketing it. Center passing it up, now over to the near side. Tulsa back on it. Going up the near sideline, they go past the middle pitch field, or the middle pitch line. The pass back, trying to create some room onto their own half of the pitch again. Working it over around the near side. Trying to play it back, trying to create a little bit of room here. To the far side, Tulsa in the offensive half, back again. Playing out of that middle third. Aggressively here. Find a way to move it. Big booming pass up. Goes right to a Pittsburgh player, but it goes out of bounds. Pittsburgh don't touch it. It's going to be Pittsburgh ball. So here we go. Pittsburgh on the ball. Here's your chance for the Riverhounds, needing to make something happen here. We'll see. Gonna be Barnes on the inbound here. The near side, Pittsburgh working it back. Big booming pass to the offensive side of the pitch. Tulsa back on it, multiple collisions, and the ball goes deep. Tulsa taking it around in their own box over to the near side. Sending it on up, gets to middle pitch. Tulsa on it again to the far side, ball comes loose. Out to the far side again, Tulsa back on it in a sea of black and blue. Working it around out the far side. Back down into their own third, over to the near side. And passing it up. Here comes your chance. Tulsa, offensive side of the pitch, passing back. Staying in that middle third. Working around the far side. Moving it up to the offensive side of the pitch. Driving into that, or the offensive third. But it goes out of bounds. Pittsburgh ball. I don't got a Riverhounds jersey, but I got my Maulers jersey. It's the best we got. The best we've got for tonight. Crossing into past the 23:40 mark here in this one. Pittsburgh needing to look for a goal somehow, some way. Ball goes out of bounds again, but remains with Pittsburgh ball. Trying to find somewhere they can work it in now. And the inbound toss towards the midline. Pittsburgh, and it goes up in the air. To the near side, Pittsburgh chasing it down towards the offensive zone and back again. Looking at Sam Bissett. 3 goals and 12 appearances this year. So, we'll see what he's got in store here for the Riverhounds today. They're going to need to rely on him as that ball gets passed up in towards the box, but it goes loose. Tulsa ball goes off a Pittsburgh player and out of bounds. So the Tulsa goalkeeper going to get a chance to work this ball in. Okay. So we'll see here. Tulsa working that ball. The goalkeep, the pretty and pink goalkeep. Dude, he's got in store here, trying to find where he's going to go with this ball. Tulsa right now is just looking like the vastly better team, and it doesn't even look close. Which is the big concern. Ball going to get launched up. High stinger goes into the crowd. It'll be Pittsburgh on an inbound here. Barnes from the mid-pitch mark sends it up. Passing it around, trying to create some room. Back to the midline again, out to the far side, across the circle. Trying to drive up into that offensive third to the far side. Pittsburgh trying to find a zone entry into the box. They can't quite do so. The goalkeeper getting right back on it. Tulsa going back out the other way. Big stretch pass. Here comes your chance. Ball is going to be taken back by the Pittsburgh goalkeeper. Going to pick it up and roll it out to the far side. Nice read there. Now Pittsburgh with the ball in the middle third, sending it around near the midline. He gets stepped on and tripped up, but Tulsa back on the ball again, no foul. Working it around towards the near side, driving it in with some space working. Big pass, breakaway chance, shot, denied by the goalkeeper. Man, he can't believe he missed it. Wow. What an effort there by the Pittsburgh goalkeeper to just swat down, split down, get a hand on it, and poke that puppy out of play. Dorsey got robbed by the Pittsburgh goalkeeper on that one. So here comes the corner kick here. Tulsa's second corner of the night. Sending it, or third corner, I should say. The ball gets sent out of play again by the goalkeeper. So it's going to result in a fourth corner here for Tulsa. Oh, man. Looking at our poll in the chat. 9 votes, 78%ings over there are taking the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. As Tulsa works it out to the near side. That's despite the 1-0 score. Pass can be deflected. Tulsa sends it back. And that thing is sailing high. Going to be Pittsburgh with the ball. Goalkeeper going to send it in. On a big boomer of a kick. Here comes your chance. A hype train giveaway. Huh. So that ball going to get launched up. Pittsburgh trying to play it in the offensive end if they can. Into the far side. Tulsa sends it up. And the ball goes out of play. Be careful. That could end up in the river if he's not careful. And here comes your shot. Pittsburgh on the inbound in the offensive end. Trying to coordinate where he's going to go. Send it back. Gets on starting to set out on the left side of the pitch. From the camera's perspective. Around now. He got another look at the referee here. I don't know what we're looking at him for. Also on the ball. Pittsburgh is 5-3, getting 15 points at home this season. No draws. 5 wins, 3 losses. So here we go. That ball going to get sailed high, and it goes out of play again. So here we go. Tulsa going to go ahead and play it on in. That ball gonna get sent in. Take a look at the beautiful city of downtown Pittsburgh. Beautiful view. I gotta say, this stadium has one of the most beautiful views. PNC Park has the best. This stadium, though, is the second best in Pittsburgh. FNB Stadium has the second best view in Pittsburgh. Because you're right on the river. You see the river. You see the beautiful skyline of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Right behind you. As Tulsa trying to work it around to the near side. In the offensive end, trying to find some help, passing it back. In that offensive third. Passing deep, but Pittsburgh back on it again. Passing it up, and now to the far side. Back on it again. Near the mid-circle, Tulsa picks up the loose ball. Sends it back and working around now to the far side. Pittsburgh takes it back towards the offensive half of the pitch now. Working around, circling around, back to the midline. And back again. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Going wing. Oh, excuse me. The far side. Tulsa gets a beat on it, but Pittsburgh still maintaining that possession. Over to the near side. Big booming stretch pass. And it goes high. Sails out of play. Tulsa's ball. Oh my gosh. My apologies, chat. I have just completely blanked out on that. Are you saying, is there extra points if they kick it in the river? I don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta think there might be. But it's also not that hard, so Pittsburgh would just send it in every single time they get it. Maybe a goal for the other team if you put it in the river. But over to the near side. Pittsburgh back on that ball as it's being headed around. One of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds players down. We got a yellow card. We got a yellow card here on Tulsa. Yeah. Osoko, I believe, going to be dealt a yellow. As Amon was down. Loading it up. He is back up again. Yeah, that's a yellow. That's a yellow. He freaking dove in and headbutt the guy. Can't do that. So it's Sissoko. Gonna take the yellow card, not Osoko, Sissoko. Who takes the yellow. Pittsburgh on a free kick here. And here comes your kick. Pittsburgh sending it towards the far side, towards the net. And it goes high. Goes high and out of play, Tulsa ball. Oh, man. Beautiful effort there. A little high. A little bit high. So Tulsa on the ball. See what they've got in store here. Trying to extend on that lead. A big lead early in this one. Look at Trevor Amon. 5 goals in 14 appearances this season. He's another big player for Pittsburgh this season. As the Tulsa goalkeeper just gave the ball right back to Pittsburgh by kicking it out of bounds. And here we go. Barnes with the inbound chance here. Trying to find where his inbound spot is. And going to send it in. Tulsa back on it again. That was a pretty poor inbound. The near side, right along the sideline. Pittsburgh rips that ball cleanly. Beautiful rip. Big stretch pass now. Ball comes loose. Tulsa back at the midline with that ball. Working it back around near the circle. And now out to the far side they go. Sending it into the offensive end, passing it around. Pittsburgh intercepts it. Passing it up. Here comes your chance. Pittsburgh has to work back, though. The Riverhounds up on into the offensive end with speed and some room. Trying to send it on in. The lane to the net, though, is taken away. Pittsburgh back on it again. Passing up towards the mid part of the zone. In the offensive third to the far side. And Tulsa gets a beat on it. Sends that moon ball sky high to the near side. And that ball going to go out of bounds. Tulsa ball. Oh, man. We'll see here. Give me. So here we go. Tulsa with an inbounding opportunity. Sends it in deep. Near side, Pittsburgh gets a beat on it. Sending it around, trying to move it in, looking at Lamar Batista. 2 goals in 15 appearances this. But it's going to be the ball going out of bounds again. So we'll see here. I believe it's Pittsburgh on the inbound. It is. Barnes inbounds to the near side. Pittsburgh working back. One of the Riverhounds gets taken out of bounds. It's going to be a foul on Tulsa. Pittsburgh with the ball. All right. So keeping the Cards away. But Pittsburgh is going to have a shot at it here. Okay. So here we go. Pittsburgh with a free kick. Not an optimal free kick, though. It's a pretty rough angle. You need to really angle it if he's going to have something here. So here we go. Crossing into the 35-minute mark. Pittsburgh sends it up. Trying to head it in. Directed to the near side. Tulsa gets a beat on it. Pittsburgh trying to maintain that possession. But Tulsa ultimately going to take it back out of their own side. Big deep pass to the far side, trying to create some room. Tulsa has to regroup. Spinning around that ball over towards the near side. That ball again. Back to the midline. Tulsa passing up. Pittsburgh on the interception, but sends it out of bounds. Tulsa ball. Tulsa with the ball with an inbounding shot here. And Tulsa takes it back. Around now to the far side. And deep into their own end now. Back into almost their own third. Near side, Tulsa going to move it on up. Around the perimeter, around the near sideline. Tulsa, Pittsburgh able to take it back, but they send it out of bounds. Pittsburgh going to say it went off a Tulsa player, but it did. It did. So Pittsburgh on the inbound. Barnes to the near side. And Barnes almost gets taken out. Pittsburgh going to get it back into their own third. With a deep boomer of a pass up on into the offensive end. Trying to maintain that possession. Pittsburgh ball as it goes out of bounds. Wait a minute. That's Pittsburgh ball, isn't it? Tulsa puts it out of bounds. No, it's Tulsa ball. They're saying it went back off a Pittsburgh player. That sucks. Well, here we go. Tulsa on the inbound. Working around the far side. Back into their own box. The high pass up near side. Ball comes loose. Tulsa kicks it up again. Big booming kick. But Pittsburgh sends it back. Now near the midfield line where it's going to be battled for. Pittsburgh has to pass it back into their own end. Now for a deep pass. Up towards the offensive side of the pitch. But Tulsa sends it out of bounds. Pittsburgh ball. So Barnes with an inbounding chance here. Up towards the near side midfield line. Back to Barnes. Sending it up. A big deep pass. Here comes a chance. Never mind. Tulsa back on the head. Ball comes loose near side. Pittsburgh on the ball again. Passing it across. Trying to find a lane. No real clean open lane though. Have to pass back. I would presume he does. Still staying out the far side. Sending it on down around the perimeter. At the far sideline. And never mind. It's going to be a foul on Pittsburgh. Bassett taking a foul. So Tulsa going to get that ball back. And here comes our shot here. Oh, man. Tulsa coach talking something over one of the officials here. Like confused about something. He's like, ooh, I know soccer. I know soccer good. I know real good. Oh, man. So here we go. Tulsa. Free kick from the goalkeeper at the top of the box. And here comes the chance. Going to move it on up. Big booming kick. And going to be moved around towards the near side. Pittsburgh has to get it. Goalkeeper moves up to take it. Nice job there. Nice recognition. He's going to choose to place it and kick it. And sending it out now. Big booming kick. Up into the offensive side of the pitch to the far side. It goes loose. Into the Tulsa box. Tulsa is going to take it back. Working with that ball on their own side. Goalkeep. Trying to get himself situated here. Trying to get himself reset. Oh, man. Yeah, Pittsburgh has really been looking pretty solid. They've been aggressive defensively tonight when they have to be, without also being too defensive. They've been able to generate opportunities when they need to. The unfortunate thing is those opportunities just have not resulted in goals or quality chances because Tulsa's defense has just been phenomenal. They have been blanketing all night, all sides, all facets, all lanes blocked. But Pittsburgh going to move it on up to the offensive end. Again, Tulsa blanketing. And the ball gets sent out of bounds. Whose ball is that going to be? Pittsburgh going to be on the inbound. Oh, man. But Pittsburgh trying to take advantage of that home field advantage here. But Tulsa kind of ripped into that early with that early 13-minute goal. So Pittsburgh trying to work that ball in. Big stretching inbound play. Tulsa gets ahead on it. Pittsburgh takes it back out to the far perimeter. Trying to work it around. Sending it across near side in front of the net. Ball is high, loose in the air. A Pittsburgh player is down. Is that Iman? That might be Iman again. It is. As the Tulsa goalkeeper going to have that ball. Going to throw it into the far side. Maintaining it around the perimeter. Tulsa back again. On their own far side. Now back into the top of the box. Towards the near side he goes. Pittsburgh trying to blanket, trying to get there. And now to the near side, that ball goes out of bounds. Something just tried to play on my computer, it sounds like. But Pittsburgh, Barnes on the inbounding shot here. Dude, he's got, as we're ready to enter into the 42nd minute of the match here today. Barnes inbounds to the near side. And going to be played around Tulsa, but Pittsburgh kicks it out. Going to be a Pittsburgh ball, though, because they kicked it in or out off a Tulsa player. Oh, man. And this is much of that Tulsa team that we saw last year. So, this really is a very similar team to what we saw back in November. But here we go. Working around now to the far, or to the near side. Pittsburgh's going to send that ball high and mighty. Goes out of play. Tulsa ball. Oh, man. But yeah, this is a big match in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. Over to the near side. To move that ball back. Pittsburgh maintaining it out to the far side. Passing it to where nobody's home. We'll talk more about that when we hit the half. We'll talk about more of the implications on this match. But here we go. Tulsa. Goalkeep has the ball. Aman is trying to aggressively play that goalkeep. Trying to see where he's going to put it. Goalkeep sends it in. Big, high, booming kick at the midline. Going to be maintained. Pittsburgh sends it up the other way. High fly ball back to Tulsa. Working it around now into the offensive end for Pittsburgh. Tulsa giving chase. Ball comes loose. Tulsa on it again. Out to the far side. Pittsburgh. Nice tackle. Moving it around to the far side. Around the perimeter. Passing it in down low. And it goes out of bounds off a Tulsa player. He is hurt on the sideline. Is that going to be a Pittsburgh corner? They're looking at a Pittsburgh foul. That's going to wipe out any shot at the corner. Wow. Yeah, they're gonna say he had a foul. I don't know about that. That was a flop. That was the floppiest flop I've ever seen. But Tulsa gonna get that ball. So, ready to roll here as we're past 43 minutes. Oh, man. Now we'll see the goalkeeper for Tulsa. Ready to send a big booming kick. And he does. High fly ball. Going to be taken back. Pittsburgh sending it up the other way. Out the far side. Tulsa gets a foot on it. And they'll... Never mind. Pittsburgh puts it out of bounds. Tulsa ball. So Tulsa on the inbound there at the far perimeter. Going to look for his inbound here. Going to inbound to his right. Pittsburgh gets a body on it. Ball goes loose and ends up out of bounds again. Tulsa, I believe, on that ball. Yeah, it is. Tulsa ball again. So here we go. Tulsa ready to send this one on in here. Free kick, actually, so they deemed there was a foul there. I've been watching that poll. We've been steadily going back closer to 50-50 as Tulsa does have a big 1-0 lead. This ball going to be taken back. Tulsa near the midline. Towards the near side, sending it on net. Nice pluck by the goalkeeper for Pittsburgh. Riverhounds trying to get that goal back. Still hunting for that goal. Over to the near side. Pittsburgh working it up towards the offensive end on a pass. And the goalkeeper for Tulsa going to get right there on it. As we hit the 45-minute mark, we will get 1 extra minute to play. Oh, here we go. Tulsa goalkeeper. Gonna send it on in here. It looks like we are likely gonna be tied going into the half. This is so much better without a hydration break. Now I understand what the Brits were talking about. Now I understand what they were talking about when they didn't like the hydration break. Like, it just feels like it moves faster. But Batista on the inbound here for Tulsa sends it up. Pittsburgh gets ahead on it, back over to the near side. Big, booming stretch pass around the near side perimeter. Tulsa back on it. Sky high ball. Heads up in the crowd. Kid in the back row got a souvenir to take home after that one. As Pittsburgh going to have an inbounding shot here as we cross 46 minutes. This half will end at pretty much any minute. And here we go. Pittsburgh going to inbound it aggressively so. Taken to the near side. Tulsa on it. And that is going to take us into halftime with the score. Pittsburgh Riverhounds 0. Tulsa FC 1. In a big matchup on both ends of the spectrum. Man, I will be right back. I gotta grab a couple things just really quick. I'm gonna refill my water bottle because I haven't had a chance to fill it since I started streaming. And I gotta grab me one other thing. So I'll be back in just about like maybe 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I am back with a replenished water bottle. Got everything I need. What's good, MSU Detroit fan? How you doing, bro? Oh, man. Overlooking the beautiful city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go ahead and pull up USL standings. So right now, Pittsburgh in a big battle here in Group A. Louisville also in that race as well. They're up 1-0 presently on their opponent, Birmingham. Birmingham. And Pittsburgh needs to claw themselves back in big time. Pittsburgh right now currently in a big crowded race between 9th place and 5th place. That is only separated by 3 points. And that is the difference between making the playoffs and not making the playoffs. So Pittsburgh going to need to be very careful here. A win would be massive to bring them up to 26 points, bring them more in line with a team like Louisville, Detroit, Charleston. You know what I mean? Make them within striking distance of those, even potentially within striking distance of Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, looking at Group B, Tulsa currently in 3rd place in that group. Really in a good spot. They can afford a loss, but they really don't want to because the difference between them making and missing is 5 points. It is 21 points is the first team that fails to make the playoffs in Group B. And they're at 26. So every point is very important at this point in the season. This game doesn't affect me too bad. I need Birmingham to actually do something. Need the Legion to beat Louisville. So, who's your team? Who's your team, Detroit? MSU fan? Or MSU Detroit fan? I know we talked about this at one point, but I don't recall offhand. It was a while ago. Oh, man. My first time actually sitting down and watching a Riverhounds game this year. Oh, yeah. No, it'll be Detroit, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm dumb. Detroit FC. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely would need Birmingham to win. I should have put the the dots together. Now, Detroit City took a bad home loss to Las Vegas last Saturday, so now we tie with Louisville for 3rd in the East. That is true. Well, second and 3rd, they're tied. Technically, they're tied for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Technically. But yeah, Pittsburgh aggressively needing this one. The difference between them being in and out of playoff spot is literally just a win. So, yeah. The win's 3 points, isn't it? But I do have to say, for a championship game rematch, it's been good. It has been good. Look on at East and West. I guess it would make sense, because a lot of these are East and a lot of those are West. I just never really got heavily involved on USL. But, you know, I was feeling that itch to stream tonight. And this was an event that was going on, so it kind of scratched that itch. Got Miami FC on the road, so hopefully you can rebound. Oh, we'll see. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, I might do a few more Riverhounds games this year. Because Wednesdays are a great day. Ah, Lexington in the West broke it. Yeah, Lexington's not very... That's not very West. Oh, man. Yeah, that makes no sense, because Louisville is more West than Lexington. Oh, my gosh. Directed by Robert E. Weed moment. Oh, my word. Oh, we'll see here. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we will see here. Where is Rhode Island? Yeah, that loss to Rhode Island did kind of hurt. Oh man, it's like the Colts being south and the Bengals being north. Yeah, like it's so stupid. But at least with that, it's not like you have a North Conference and a South Conference. But wait a minute, but they're in the same conference. I don't know. I've also been doing a lot of graphical work as well, so my brain's kind of a little fried. But with them, the Dolphins are also fairly east compared to a lot of teams as well. I really don't think a lot of it. I think a lot of it was just happened circumstance. You know what I mean? Like, it just so happened this way. And things just kept going. So, you know, it started out as this, and then eventually, you know, that just became the thing. The way it is. The Ravens are also north. Yeah, I think a lot of it just came down to, like, rivalries. So, or Jaguars. Yeah. Yeah, I just think that was kind of the big thing, is that it was really more so like it just happened. It just kind of happened that way. Oh man. Exactly, that's why Cowboys are in the East. I mean, just like, you know, I mean, Pittsburgh didn't really have any big rivalries, I guess. The AFC South was just kind of the division that everything got lumped into, all the new teams, for the most part. And the Tennessee Titans. The NFC North would never be broken up, though, even if it wasn't geographically perfect, because it is the division. But yeah, rivalries are what kind of kept everything the way it was when they did the realignment. Oh, man. So that goal for Detroit, or goal against Detroit, from Las Vegas. And as North has history also, except the Vikings. Oh, man. Oh, we'll see. We're just a little bit away here. Just a little bit away from getting into the second half. Oh, man. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Lions, Packers, yeah, they're the oldest three teams. Okay. So we'll see here. That's the USL halftime update they're providing. We're getting ready for the second half of this match here. A big one for both of these teams, more so the Riverhounds. But looking back at last year's PKs, for Pittsburgh to win it 5-3 over Tulsa. Man. Total State in Chicago would be all the oldest teams. That it would. That it would. Oh, man. But yeah. We'll see here. Okay. Bro, this water bottle is coming so clutch. It's had me drinking so much more water. Oh, I was not aware of that. I was not aware that Pittsburgh has been like a long time good team. That's the thing. In Pittsburgh, nobody talks about the Riverhounds. They would talk about Pitt basketball or football over freaking a professional team. You don't hear much about the Riverhounds on Pittsburgh Sportsnet, but it's not like a, oh, hey, how about them Riverhounds? You know? It's just not how they go. It's a shame because they're actually pretty good. Oh, man. Well, we'll see here. They're doing their Hype Train collectible giveaway on August 8th. That'll be pretty cool. But I got other plans. As we are getting ready to go for the second half, as they're taking a look real quick at the first half highlights. Obviously, the 13-minute goal for Tulsa. That was an incredible break for Tulsa. Absolutely incredible effort there. Oh, man. And again, that incredible block by the post. The block by the post on what should have been a second goal at the 18-minute mark for Tulsa. That was crazy close. Tulsa's had a lot of high-quality chances tonight. Even a breakaway, they were denied. Tulsa has looked like the better team. In fact, Tulsa, in theory, should be up like at least 2-0. But Pittsburgh has had 4 shots. Tulsa's had 5. Only 2 of them on target for Tulsa. Also, with 4 corners, Pittsburgh called for offside. Tulsa on a yellow card. Possession's been pretty dead even all night. 53% to 47% favoring Tulsa. But here we go. To kick off the second half is the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Any moment now, we'll get this second half underway. And here we go. That one going to be sent way out. Going to be inbound here for Tulsa. Oh, excuse me. We're going to Goldthorpe for Pittsburgh. Tulsa on the inbound. Going to send a big stretch to the near side. Along the sideline, goes out of bounds. Gonna be Pittsburgh ball. And gonna end up out of bounds. So Goldthorpe gonna sub in for Mertz. Dequa gonna sub in for Amon. Big one there, taking a look for Dequa as well. He's been pretty effective as Tulsa trips up the Riverhounds player, going to result in an injured or a slow to get up player here for Tulsa. Trying to get a sympathy vote here, but he's not gonna get it because he caused the trip. School for sale. Today's game was a complete embarrassment and showed the Tigers are too incompetent to be a playoff team. It almost sounds like the Pirates given their bullpen. I don't want the Pirates to go over Scooble because they actually have a starting rotation. They just don't have a starting, or they just don't have a bullpen to back it up. I watched that game while I was working today. That was bad. They cannot hit against lefties. That's what's killing them. But Pittsburgh on a free kick, going to be sent back out by Tulsa. Pittsburgh got to chase it down at the midfield mark. Back into their own end they go. Working out now to the far side. Trying to drive it on up. Gimme. And that ball going to be moved deep around to the far side, and going to be Pittsburgh not with the ball. Tulsa ball. Oh, man. Oh, Tulsa deep inbound here. Looking at Albert Dequa. 6 goals and 2 assists this season. He's another big one that Pittsburgh's going to have to ride this game. It's going to be off of Dequa, there's a couple players. That ball going to be deep past Tulsa into the near side in their own end. There's a starting rotation. Troy Mountain to become the Scuba replacement. The bullpen sucks. Hey, that's the Pirates. Oh my gosh. Yeah, bullpens are problems. But Pittsburgh on that ball. Deep pass up now towards the offensive side of the pitch. They got to take it back. Working back to their own side, trying to create some room here with that ball. Over to the near side. Back to the midline in the mid-circle. Over to the near side they go. Trying to send it on up. Moving it with speed. Going to be taken down near corner. Pushed down. Ball goes out of bounds. That should be Riverhounds' ball because of a foul. As Goldthorpe was tackled and shoved from the back. That's a foul on Tulsa. It was going to be Pittsburgh ball. That was the only reason the ball went out of bounds. It could be a Pittsburgh corner. We'll see what Pittsburgh has. What? Tulsa ball? So apparently you can shove down your opponent in soccer now. That's fun. Tulsa ball again after the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Yeah, Pirates have been good at batting as well. Generally. Put them against a lefty, forget about it. But... oh, that's real easy. You got the Esmeralda Valdez. Valdez is either a homer or a strikeout most times. Because he's like, I'm going to send that ball into the Monongahela, or I'm going to swing or strike out swinging, trying. But Tulsa working that ball to the near side. But some sort of stoppage here. So it was a foul, I believe. Pittsburgh on the ball. Moving it up into the offensive end. Big pass here. Pittsburgh driving in. Chance. No. Ow, my funny bone. No, no. Wide open chance. Oh. Oh, no. Wide open break. He just couldn't get in front of it. The goalkeeper tried to stop it, and he missed. Oh, man. That's a gut punch right there. Oh, my gosh. Well, you know my concern, MSU? My concern for the Pirates is ownership has an out that's not going to solve the problem. They could say, well, if only Connor Griffin, O'Neal Cruz, and Spencer Horwitz weren't hurt, then, you know, we would actually be in contention because we have our amazing bats. So if only we had those players back, we would have been in contention. So we're not going to make any changes because it was an incredibly unlucky season when it came to the injuries. That's the problem, is that the Pirates have an out, and I'm scared that ownership will use it as an excuse to say, we just got unlucky with injury. That's why we sucked. That's not why the bullpen was blowing games. So Pittsburgh working to the far side. Tulsa back on the ball. And Pittsburgh back in the offensive end again. Over to the near side. Moving it up. Passing it around now. Near side again. Working down, Tulsa sends it out of bounds. Pittsburgh ball. So here comes the inbound here for the Riverhounds. Eventually. Over to the near side. Pittsburgh trying to keep it in. Tulsa going to send it back out, but Pittsburgh right on it again at the midfield mark. Back into their own side they go. Working around towards the far side. Passing it up and into the offensive end. Around the far side again. Sun starting to poke back out here. As Tulsa going to send it up into the offensive end. At least for Erie, at least it can be said this, so the Seawolves have been one of the best AA teams in the past few years. I mean, that is good. That is good. But here we go. Tulsa moving that ball up. Over to the near side. Playing it around. Tulsa in the offensive end again. Back on into that offensive third. Working that ball across in front. Going to be taken back out to the near side. Tulsa still trying to maintain that possession. But Pittsburgh going to rally it away to the near side. Going to be maintained. Tulsa passing it across. Ball comes loose. Pittsburgh back on it briefly. He gets taken out. It's going to be a stop here. Pittsburgh on that ball. So now here we go to the near side. Pittsburgh having to work back. Tulsa takes it back. The far side in the offensive end they go. Trying to get to the box over to the near side. On the area down low. Shot on net. Going to be redirected right to the goalkeep. The Pittsburgh goalkeep trying to maintain it here. And here we go. That ball going to be kicked up. Deep kick right to the Riverhounds. In the offensive end they are trying to get that goal back. They had a golden opportunity earlier tonight. Is not able to get in front of the ball enough to send it in. But a shot here. Nice diving save for the Tulsa goalkeep. Gonna work on playing it around now over towards that far side. Moving it up. Pittsburgh takes it back though. Still on the offensive side of the pitch. Working around far side. In the area down low. Back to the near side. Passing back for some room. And going to be taken on into their own side. Back across the midline. Ball going to be battled for in that middle third. Aggressively so here. Tulsa going to take it back. Working around the far side. Driving in. And going to have to try to pass it back over towards the near side. Sending it on net. Redirected near side. Nice save by the Riverhounds goalkeep. So Pittsburgh going to work it around here. Great maneuver, great reading there by the Pittsburgh goalkeep to get in front of it. As Pittsburgh working the offensive end, passing it across, redirected high in the sky, and going to be taken to the far side by Tulsa. Ball goes out of bounds. Pittsburgh on the inbound here. Sending it in towards the mid-circle. And over to the far side they go. Pittsburgh back again towards the near. Moving it around, sending it up. And Pittsburgh on a chance. Okay. So we'll see here. Into the 57th minute of the day. And here we go. Try to take a look here. As we're looking back into the crowd here. Tulsa goalkeep going to send it in. And a big deep pass to the near side. Pittsburgh trying to take it back into the offensive end. Gonna go back to the Tulsa goalkeep. Gonna play it out to the near side. High ball taken towards the near. Goes out of bounds. And they're gonna award Pittsburgh the ball. So Osamanu on the inbound here. And here we go. Trying to coordinate his people, sends it deep. And Tulsa on a sending kick the other way. Out to the middle of the zone. Pittsburgh in the offensive side. Out to the far area they go. Passing in, a chance. Trying to maintain inbounds. They do. Tulsa going to get it back, though, into the corner. Moving it up the other way. Here comes your chance. Pittsburgh going to chase it down into their own end. Okay. Over to the near side. Pittsburgh on that ball. Oh, to the near side. Tied up. Pittsburgh in the offensive end, sending it up. Tulsa back on it. Pittsburgh trying to take it back. Ball, no, okay, it is going to go out of bounds, so it's going to be Pittsburgh ball. Oh, waiting on the inbound here. We'll see what the Riverhounds have in store. Inbound. Big pass inbound. Deflected to the near side. Pittsburgh going to maintain possession. Sending it back. Create some space. Back to the near side. Down low again. Towards the box. Redirecting shot. Not going to get redirected in. That ball goes out of bounds. But Pittsburgh going to maintain possession. Inbound again. Back on up. Around the far side. Tripped up. Tulsa trying to get that ball back. They do. Moving it around the perimeter. Passing back for some room and sending it the other way deep. Now taken. Here come the Riverhounds with that ball in their own end. Over to the far side. As we are in the 60th minute of the night. Over to the near side. Pittsburgh on the ball. But Tulsa, player is slow to get up. Try to make sure he's all good. He is going to get up. So Pittsburgh with it back. To their own end. At the midfield circle. Passing it across, far side. And now up on into the offensive end. Deep pass taken out. Pittsburgh to the near side. And it's going to be going back to the Tulsa goalkeeper. Pittsburgh has been more of a second half team than Tulsa. 13 goals to 11 in the second half this season for the Riverhounds. But Tulsa, we go ahead and send it in from the goalkeeper. Big booming kick right to the Riverhounds. Over to the far side they go. Playing it around down low. To be taken around Tulsa. Not able to control it solely. Now they will as the ball gets moved out to the far side. Down into the corner. Here comes Tulsa. On that ball, sending it on up. Gets taken around. Over to the near side. Tulsa again. Top of the box. Stretching it near side on a break. Trying to pass it into the box. They do. Backing around to the near side. Top of the zone. Into the middle third. Now back into the offensive third to the near side. Down in this area now. To the side of the box. Right along the sideline. Trying to move it around. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be Pittsburgh ball. Okay. So here we go. Pittsburgh with an inbound here. Trying to see where he's going to go. Going for a deep throw. Right to Tulsa. Going to maintain that possession here. Tulsa trying to take it, but Pittsburgh does pull it away. Peeling it out to the far side. Big stretch pass. Tulsa on the play. I think that's Pittsburgh ball. No, it's Tulsa ball. Went out of bounds off the Pittsburgh player. Oh, here we go. Tulsa with the inbound. Deep up to the offensive end, they send it. Pittsburgh able to recover it. And around that perimeter, going to be taken at the far sideline, way up in the air. Pittsburgh ball as it goes out of bounds. Pittsburgh working with that ball. Going to try and find a way to send it in. They do. Over to the near side. All right, working it around. Tulsa gets it back in their own end on the near side perimeter. Working that ball. And it goes out of play. Pittsburgh on the ball on the inbound. So we'll see here. A couple of substitutions. See what the Riverhounds have in store here. Remember, this is a big game for both sides. Both sides need this one. Pittsburgh more so than Tulsa, but still. Around the near perimeter, and Tulsa sends it out again. Pittsburgh inbound. Inbound back towards the midline. Riverhounds, their own end, over to the far side. Gonna work it around over towards the near side again. Pittsburgh needing to find a way to penetrate the offensive end. Sending it up. Big booming kick. Up on into the offensive end. Taken back by Tulsa. No Tulsa player slow to get up. A Tulsa free kick from the goalkeeper. Oh, here we go. Another kick from the goalkeeper here, ready to see what he's got in store. On this big kick here, a booming kick. Gonna be taken back. Pittsburgh on ahead to the far side. Tulsa taking it back and sending it up. Pittsburgh gonna chase it down. Just enough so to let it go out of bounds. Pittsburgh ball for the goalkeeper to inbound. So here we go. Pittsburgh goalkeeper on a play here to send it in, but Pittsburgh going to go for a couple of substitutions here while they have a chance to do so. So Bassett going to hop off for Vieira. Sukanome going to be hopping in for Barnes. So those are the two substitutions here for the Riverhounds. And here we go. The near side, Tulsa getting ahead on it. Playing it around now, out to the far side it goes. Pittsburgh going to chase it down around the far perimeter. Tulsa gets around to it though first. Able to use first reach diplomacy to get a better position on it. Ball goes loose to the far side. Pittsburgh on it. But there's going to be a foul marked on Tulsa. So Pittsburgh on a free kick here. Okay. Oh, waiting on the free kick here for the goalkeeper. Here it comes. A big booming kick. Up on into the offensive end. Pittsburgh able to maintain it. Sending it up. Chasing it down the far side perimeter. Down low side of the box. Looking for some help, passing it up. Around the outside of the box, trying to send it in. Chance, a shot, not gonna go. And the ball goes high and loose. Pittsburgh at the top of the box with a chance. Gets taken out and laid out. Over to the near side. Pittsburgh gonna chase it back again at the near sideline. Aggressively playing it, trying to find somewhere they can go. Passing back towards the middle third. Back out now to the midfield circle. Around the far side from Sukanome. Into the offensive end, goes loose. Taken back Tulsa. Ball gets poked away by the Riverhounds. Moving it back into the middle circle. Here comes Pittsburgh. Looking to go to the near side on a chance. Passing it back again, back at the midfield circle. Just piddling around that area. Moving out to the far side. You got to get that goal back, and you got to get it back relatively soon, I would anticipate, because you want to be able to have a chance to win this match in regulation. So here comes Tulsa. A big booming kick. The goalkeeper has to get back. Oh, that was scary. Goes over the net and out of play. That was dangerously close to a goal for the goalkeeper being out of position. Pittsburgh going to get that ball back, moving it up the far side from their own end. Riverhounds on a big, deep pass towards the near. Working it around. Back again, a chance. Sending it on net. The goalkeeper gets a hand on it. Chance goes loose. And Tulsa floats it up high enough, just barely, so Pittsburgh doesn't have an easy goal. Moving it around, and it's going to be Tulsa ball after a Pittsburgh foul. A great opportunity there right after the goalkeeper plays it and gets laid out. Man. Pittsburgh just not quite able to capitalize on that play tonight. And then that last shot went on top of the net. That last shot for Tulsa landed on top of the net. Any less power, and oh my gosh, that would have been a disastrous goal for Pittsburgh to let in. Tulsa goalkeeper going to be on an inbound kick here. So here we go, the inbounder. Or the penalty kick, free kick here for the goalkeeper. Gonna send it up. Deep, booming kick, played around the Riverhounds. Back in the midfield mark. Ball goes high. We're playing head ball, not football. And that ball gets sent clear back up into the Riverhounds' offensive side of the pitch for a stoppage to come up into play here. So that's going to result in simply a Pittsburgh ball because of a Tulsa foul, presumably. Even though Tulsa is talking things over with the referee. At least Weber is. Oh, it's going to be Tulsa ball. Far side, sending it in. Tulsa on the net. Chance shot denied on a redirect. Pittsburgh, Sukanome with that ball. Aggressively with speed. Up through center pitch he goes. Having a chance. Lugging it in himself towards the top of the box. Shot. Not going to go. An easy roller there for the Tulsa goalkeeper. But Sukanome, nice hustle by him to go end to end with that ball. Fighting off the Tulsa players on both his left and his right. Stuck in the middle with you, soccer ball. That's the song he was singing up and down that pitch. Ball gets sent in by the Tulsa goalkeeper. Played around Pittsburgh. The Riverhounds trying to chase it down, but it's going to be Tulsa ball deep in that offensive zone. Oh, man. We'll see here Tulsa trying to coordinate here as we are getting ready to cross the 70-minute mark here pretty soon. Oh, here we go. Inbound chance for Tulsa. Where is he going to go with this ball? Trying to find his right place. And heaving it on the net. Going to get taken back by Pittsburgh over to the near side. Stretching pass, and that ball going to sail out of bounds. Ball right at the midline. Here we go. The inbound for Pierre. Let's see where he's going to go with it. A heavy heave, I would imagine, going deeper in the zone. He does just that. To be headed around Pittsburgh, able to jump back on it. I believe that's Sukanome again. Calling his name a lot. Ball goes off the referee. So Pittsburgh going to have it. They're doing their claps. They're doing the claps here in the stadium. Pittsburgh with the ball, crossing the midline, up on into the offensive end, working, trying to find some help. Over to the far side, passing it up. The Riverhounds trying to drive on into the zone, out to the far side with that ball, sending it in, redirected. Back again, top of the box, back out to the far sideline. And working aggressively over towards Sukanome to the near side. Moving it around from the top of the box, poked away by Tulsa. Pittsburgh recovers. Sending it deep to the far side, Tulsa heads it out again. Moving it around the far side, Tulsa FC with that ball along the perimeter, going to be knocked out of bounds by the Riverhounds. Tulsa on the inbound again. All right. So here we go. Inbound chance for Tulsa. Played in, here comes a chance. Played around to the far side Moving it up, big time for the Riverhounds. A chance at a breakaway, but the goalkeeper Tulsa gonna say no thank you to that. Grabs it out of the air, plucks it out of the air, and he's gonna look to play it in somewhere. As we're into the 73rd minute of this match, gonna be a big, booming punt here from the Tulsa team. The near side, Tulsa in the offensive end with that ball. Playing it around the near side, back again into their own end. Pierre with the ball back towards his goalkeeper. Gonna play it up again. Big, booming kick. Up to the offensive end. Pittsburgh heads it back. Tulsa playing it around to the far side. Aggressively trying to poke it free. Tulsa driving into the top of the box. Goes off a Riverhounds player. And going to be sailed to the far side. Tulsa gonna chase it down. Back on into their own side of the pitch they go. Back to the goalkeeper. Here comes your chance for Tulsa. Again, Tulsa currently sitting in third if they hold out this win. If they don't hold out a win, they go back into a tie for fifth. Pittsburgh needing to get somewhere to go here, but Dom is going to be coming in for Sangwa for Tulsa. A substitution here at a big moment. Sagwa hopping off and Dom running in. Oh, here we go. Chance at an inbound here. Pittsburgh back on it in their own side. Over towards the near side they go. Playing it on up. Tulsa aggressively. Dom playing super aggressive. Immediately comes in the game and immediately commits a foul. Pittsburgh on a free kick here. Oh, man. Let's see here. So, Pittsburgh going to have a free kick. And here comes your shot. In the 75th minute of the match. This kick to be sent towards the net. Redirected out by the goalkeeper. Nice effort by the Tulsa keep. The far side, Dom gonna lose it out of bounds. Riverhounds on the inbound. Batista looking at him as he is trying to get up here. Little bit of hip pain. Grabbing at that left side. Still gonna stay in this game though. And Pittsburgh gonna try and inbound it here aggressively so. Here comes your chance. Getting on the inbound here. He's kind of taking his time here, taking his moment along the video display. And here we go. Inbound for Pittsburgh. Sending it around. Going to be taken out into the far corner. Pittsburgh aggressively playing that corner. Right along the line. Going to be Pittsburgh ball as it goes out of bounds again. Quick inbound for the Riverhounds, going to be headed back. Pittsburgh from the far side corner, top of the box. Moving around at the perimeter. Moving it back now to the midline. Pittsburgh still on it. Deep at the far back of their own half. And sending it on net, going to be taken back by Tulsa. Tulsa, get to the near side. Yukinobe. Moving in, back again, losing it up. Pittsburgh on the ball near side. Trying to drive it around and kicked out by Tulsa. Inbound for Pittsburgh on the near sideline. So here we go. Substitution here for Pittsburgh. Kelp is going to be coming in the game here. Going to sub in Kelp for Osimanu. And here we go on the inbound. Kelp getting into the mosh pit in front of the net. Be paired up with Dom. Be playing it in. Chance at a header. They go loose to the near side. Tulsa working that ball at the perimeter. And that ball going to be moved up along the sideline. Pittsburgh takes it back. Sends it on net. Easy catch and save there for the Tulsa keep. So Tulsa on that ball. Getting on the inbound kick here. A big, booming, high punt. Oh, gonna be taken down. Pittsburgh has to send it back out the other way. High kick. Right over towards Tsukunome. He's going to try to aggressively play it in. Pittsburgh moving into the zone with some speed. Not a lot of space, but they have speed. Sending it on net. Redirecting chance. And Pittsburgh plays it out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick here for Tulsa to put it back in. Rather unfortunate. Well, we'll see here. Whew. Oh, here comes the Tulsa goalkeeper. Or the inbound. And here comes the kick. Big, booming kick. Played off Tulsa, right back away. Pittsburgh trying to take it back. Towards the near side. Contested ball. Going to be sent out of bounds by the Riverhounds. No, by Tulsa. Woo! I thought that was out by the Riverhounds. And Pittsburgh moving it to the near side. Big booming pass. Tulsa on the ball, back to the goalkeeper. Over towards the near side. He's going to play it. Try and pick it up and play it in himself. And here we go. The inbound, or the big booming kick here from the keep. High kick right to the Riverhounds. Going to move it up the other way. Here comes a chance out to the far side. Into the 78.5 minute mark here. Back again towards the mid-circle. Far side moving it up. Scratching it along the far sideline if they can. Trying to move it on back. Back to the mid-circle, back on their own half. Also playing very aggressive right now, needing to get something. Now over to the near side. Pittsburgh on the ball. The Riverhounds trying to work it past Dom, into the offensive end, into the box. If they can control it, they can't. Gonna be a big booming kick, and over to the near side. Pittsburgh gonna send it back to the goalkeeper. Then he's gonna choose to play it himself over towards the near side. And here come the Riverhands. That ball is Kelp. Over to the near side, comes loose. And a big collision there, going to lead to Tulsa getting the ball in the offensive end. Over to the near side, aggressive play for Tulsa. A chance in front of the net. Nice save by the Pittsburgh goalkeeper. Over to the far side, playing it along the far half of the field. Up the far side they go. To take it back, slowing it down just a little bit here. Now as they're crossing the midfield line. They move to the far side. Tsukunome to the far. Right on the far edge of the perimeter. Moving it up. Here come the Riverhounds. Playing it up at the line to the far side. Back again. Tsukunome to the near side. Comes loose. Gonna be played around here. Tulsa trying to move it the other way. They will. Over to the near side. Big wide open pass. Wide open area for Tulsa. Driving in, but he doesn't have a clean lane at the net. He's trying to pass it on in. Playing cutesy a little bit here. And the Riverhounds gonna take it on back. Bring it now towards the near side. Race for that ball. Pittsburgh gonna get it back. Tsukunome. The far side, he sends it. Moving that ball up through their own side of the zone, their own side of the pitch. Nice tackle there by Tulsa. Multiple collisions going to lead to Tsukunome getting it with speed. Speed and space. A dangerous combination in this game. Over to the near side, and Tulsa takes. Tulsa moving it now out the near side if they can. And it's going to be Dom on the ball for Tulsa. Pittsburgh sends it out of bounds. Oh, here comes your inbound for Tulsa. And here we go. Play it on in. Due to the near side, Pittsburgh going to get back on it, sending it up. Big stretch pass, Tulsa chasing it down. They'll get on it if they can. They do. Now to the near side, Tulsa sends it out. Pittsburgh on an offensive end inbound. Sending it in now to the near side. Pittsburgh aggressively playing it in. Trying to find a way to move it. Sending it up, and they just kick it right out the back. So an inbound here for the goalkeeper. He's going to get a big booming kick. He's going to have a lot of action here. As you have a couple of substitutions. Pauly and Clark Going to be coming into this game here for Tulsa. Players coming off are going to be Kochevsky for Tulsa, for Coley. And then Ian is going to be coming off for Pierre, coming back in again. So here we go. This half is where we're going to have a lot of our extra minutes, I would imagine. And Sissoko coming out for Clark. So 3 substitutions. A triple sub. Here comes Tulsa. The goalkeeper going to send it in. Big booming kick past the midline. Going to be taken around out the far side. Pittsburgh trying to chase it down. Tulsa able to poke it away. Pittsburgh takes it back. Moving it around to the far side, through the midline if they can find some room. Passing it around now over towards the midline again. Up. Far side, back again. And now to the near side they go. Pittsburgh sending it out to the far side. Tulsa gets a beat on it and going to send it. We're trying to let it go out of bounds. They do. On the inbound to the near side now. Here comes Pittsburgh. Trying to find that goal back into the 83.25 minute mark here. Pittsburgh just having under 7 minutes to come back and tie this match up here. Pittsburgh on the inbound. You can tell they're playing quicker. Kelp on the immediate inbound for Pittsburgh. Not a second to waste. Pittsburgh out to the far side. We are in crunch time here tonight from FNB Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Riverhounds crossing the mid-mark and now top of the zone. Sending it in near side. Ball gets launched high in the air. Tulsa going to play it out off a Pittsburgh player to the near side. Chasing it down. Keeping it in. Nice effort there by the Riverhounds. Help on the ball now for Pittsburgh to the near side. Along the perimeter. Now back towards the top of the zone. Kicked away by the Tulsa team. By Tulsa. Far side. Pittsburgh. Trying to move it on out over to the far side again. Driving around. Over to Tsukanobi. He's able to control it to the near side. A lot of pressure passing to the near side. Tulsa playing a heavy pressure game right now, and they intercept that pass. Ball goes loose to the near side, and it goes out of bounds. Tulsa on an inbound. So we're in the 85th minute here. 5.5 to go before the extra minutes. Pierce going to go ahead and inbound it here. And here comes the inbounding throw. Going to be played back up to the midline. Pittsburgh trying to get a hand on it here. Over towards the far side at the midfield circle. Ball goes loose. Pittsburgh chasing it down in their own end. Trying to work it around. They can. For now, out the far side. Big stretch pass up on into the offensive end. Pittsburgh on a chance. Not a lot of room to work at the far side. Can they find some help? The Riverhounds aggressively needing something here. Working back over towards the near side. Sending it up. And having some room, working the perimeter out the near side again. Top of the box. Sending it up towards Tsukanobi. Back again, near side into the box now. And passing down low. Going to be kicked out by Tulsa. Smart move there by Tulsa. Pittsburgh with a corner. Going to be all on the corner here for Pittsburgh. Their first corner kick of the evening, mind you. Actually, not going to be all. It's going to be someone else here. It's going to be, who's that? Goldthorpe. On the corner kick here for the Riverhounds. So here we go. The first Pittsburgh corner of the night. This game is in crunch time. Waiting still for that corner. Referee's having to break up something in front of the net here. A lot going on here, trying to coordinate this. Here we go. Now the corner for Pittsburgh. Gonna send it in. Here's your play. And it's headed out of bounds by Tulsa. Another corner in. The Tulsa goalkeeper's hurt. He got hit in the head. Oh no. The Tulsa goalkeeper just got hit in the head, upside the head. Oh man. Pasta mentions alphabet pasta, macaroni, pappardelle, al dente, pastina, and about 14 others. Oh my gosh. That's too funny. But here we go. We'll see if that goalkeeper is all right for Tulsa. We're probably going to get about 4 to 5 extra minutes I would imagine, for this second half. Yeah, he is still slow to get up. Yeah, he got collided into and then immediately went down. Oh! He bonked the back of his head. He moved his head back into the chin of a Riverhounds player. And he's the one that's hurt. It's right on his head and neck. He immediately got onto his back. We'll see if he's all right here. Medical staff is out there. Oh, man. We have the beautiful city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This will take us close to that 90-minute mark, so we're going to find out pretty soon how much extra time we'll have. And it's probably going to be close to 6 minutes with this injury, I would imagine. 6, maybe 7. We had a couple of other hiccups. We had a penalty, or the injury. A lot of substitutions. But we'll see here. Looking back at that one goal, that difference maker there for Tulsa. Man. That one by Dorsey. He is out there today. He's out there right now. What's good, Nicolas Tolosa? So here we go. The 88-30 mark here in this one. Tulsa up 1-0. Pittsburgh going to have a corner. Goalkeeper going to stay in this game. No, it's not a corner. Tulsa has a chance with this ball. I thought Tulsa hit it out. I guess not. Pittsburgh's going to have to put on the Jets. They're going to have to put on the Jets, Jets. As Tulsa essentially just has to play keep away for the next 10 minutes or however long this game lasts. Tulsa playing to the near side. Obviously, if you have a shot at a goal, take it. But you don't need another one per se. Towards the near side, Tulsa aggressively playing that ball. Pittsburgh sends it out of bounds. And here comes your shot. Tulsa with an inbound in the offensive side of the pitch. So here we go. Inbound here by Pierre. Sending it in, play it around, near side. Come loose. And Tulsa back on it again. Stretch pass across the pitch. Over to the far side. Goes loose, taken back by Tulsa. Out to the far side in 89-45. And that ball taken back by Tulsa still at the far side again. Just essentially playing keep away. Playing a glorified keep away. But Sukanobi, nice pluck of that ball. Big stretch pass. It is a foot race now. Tulsa having to retreat back. It was 7 minutes extra here. So Pittsburgh has 7 minutes and counting to tie this match. Here comes Tulsa to the near side. Working this ball around. And now from Pierre back over to the near side again. Now back into the near side. Thrown end. Tulsa playing the far side. This is the stoppage time. And here we go now. To the far side. Pittsburgh with the ball. This is the game right here. Pittsburgh needs to get something. A big stretch pass. Gonna go back to Tulsa. And out to the far side. Goes out of bounds. Pittsburgh gonna take on inbound here. Yo, Adam! Adam, you're freaking awesome, bro. Much love. Much love. Over to the near side. Pittsburgh trying to take it back. Loose ball. They do. A chance at the net, but he can't control it. Racing it back. Pittsburgh going to be at the top of their own pitch, or their own half here of the pitch. Working it around. Back onto their own side. From the mid-circle to the far side. Trying to move it on up. Here comes Pittsburgh passing it across. Over towards the far side to Goldthorpe. Back on over towards the corner of the box. Working it back, sending it on net. Chance shot! Not going to go. The goalkeeper is down on the ground. Gets back up quickly. Pittsburgh moving it around. Now over to the near side. Oh, man. I appreciate that. We unfortunately don't have the what's it called? The script that's updating that automatically running, unfortunately. Otherwise, it would have updated to 11:30. But a down player here for Tulsa after that collision. But absolutely, definitely needing a pit goal here. Absolutely. But if you do follow Pittsburgh sports, I do pretty much every Pittsburgh sport that we have, at least the main three, and soccer. A little bit of soccer. This is my first soccer stream, but you know, the dog days of summer when there's no when baseball game is a matinee, there's no hockey and there's no football. We do soccer or whatever else is going on. But a big pass here from Tulsa over to the near side. Pittsburgh gets it back. Playing essentially head ball right now, not even letting the ball hit the pitch. To be taken around now. Tulsa, the near side with the ball, trying to go into the box. With it, a chance. Going to be deflected back. Pittsburgh going to get it back into their own box. Stretch pass to the near side, sending it up. It's past Sukanobi. I'll keep that in mind. That's what you do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll go live for just about anything, like especially a lot of hockey. I'll do a lot of other stuff around the hockey season, like any team. But I try to put a priority on Pittsburgh sports. That's that. Born and raised in the Burgh. I bleed black and yellow, man. So to the near side, that ball going to go out of bounds, and it remains Tulsa ball. We're over 3 minutes into this extra time already, into this stoppage time. So Pittsburgh's got to put the gas on right about now. But Tulsa is just playing really good keep away. That ball going to be taken around. The goalkeeper for Pittsburgh able to get back on it. With that ball, trying to move it around. Over to the far side, he's going to send it. A big, booming kick towards the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Never mind. Dom able to send it back out for Tulsa. Played back by Pittsburgh. Half of the stoppage time is already elapsed. Over to the far side, ball ends up going out of play. Tulsa took down one of the Riverhounds players, but still no foul on that. These games don't get started until the 90th minute, so we do have some hope. We do. But this game did get started fairly early. This game got started right at the 13-minute mark with that first goal. And that was a really tough goal to swallow because it was a shot from outside the box, but it was through a screen. But Pittsburgh, in their own half of the pitch, working it over to the near side. And it's going to be played back by Tulsa. Pittsburgh has to regroup. Towards the near side in the midfield circle. Tulsa, oh no, 2-on-1 into the zone. A chance for Tulsa. Passing, redirected shot. Nice save. Nice deflection there by the Riverhounds. That might have been Sukanobi again getting in there. We've been calling his name a lot tonight. Ever since he got subbed in about 15-20 minutes ago. We've been calling his name left and right. As the Riverhounds trying to work into the offensive end, but Tulsa right back on it again. It's now our turn. Absolutely. What's good, John? What's good? Over to the near side, Pittsburgh trying to drive in with a chance. Backing around now, top of the box. Sending it in, goes right to Tulsa. And Tulsa's just sitting back. Tulsa is just sitting back and letting the game come to them, but they just sent the ball out of bounds. So Pittsburgh on an inbound now. Working that ball near the midline, sending it up to the far side. And Tulsa able to keep it in. Pittsburgh going to chase it out around that far side of the pitch. Moving in now, near shot chance. Not going to get redirected by any head, and it goes out of bounds. Tulsa's goalkeeper going to booming kick here this one at the 95-43 mark. Just a couple minutes remaining, plus however much more the referees decide to add because of stoppages in the stoppage time. We're probably looking around the barrel of about 8.5 minutes. I think 98.5 is going to be where this game gets called. Is kind of my guess from what I'm seeing here. 98.5. It's going to be somewhere in there. As Tulsa sends a big booming kick. Going to be played by Tulsa to the far side, trying to move it around. Pittsburgh able to pluck it cleanly. Out the far side, here comes your chance. Speed on the far side, trying to beat out the perimeter. He does for now. Working around Pittsburgh, passing it in. Near side chance, shot! No, just wide. I thought that was in off the head of Sukanobi, but it just went wide of the net. Oh, that is painful. Oh my gosh. That was the right idea. That was the right idea. Just about 6 inches outside. Oh my gosh. So the Tulsa goalkeeper gonna boom this one in as we cross the 97-minute mark. Pittsburgh able to get back on it briefly now, sending it to the near side. A big booming pass. Tulsa trying to get back on it, trying to end this game. They send it out of bounds. Pittsburgh on an inbound now. Probably going to be one of the last attacks of this game. So this is Pittsburgh's last chance. The last stand. Here we go. Pittsburgh on the inbound. At least they made it exciting. Absolutely. Sending it in. A big pass here. Trying to send it and gets deflected out. Tulsa jumps back on it. And this game is going to go final, it would appear, with the final score being Tulsa FC 1, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds nothing. A rather unfortunate loss for the Riverhounds, but at least they did make it a really good game down the stretch. I mean, that was a really good finish. Pittsburgh really giving them the opportunity, having that incredible shot off of Sukanobi's head. That was just a little bit misdirected, 1 degree tighter, and that goes in the net. Or at least it goes off the goalkeeper's glove. Like, he needed to go far enough out that the goalkeeper wasn't going to easily get it, but he just went a little bit too far out and just missed the net. Due to APL soccer, unfortunately, most of the games are early in the mornings because of the time difference. That is the tough thing. I'm not opposed to the idea, but it would have to be the right. It would have to be the right day and right situation, especially now that I'm working generally 7 to 4. But Jackson Welty going to be the man of the match for the Riverhounds, despite the loss. But a really good game tonight, nonetheless. Really fun game. But yeah, when are the Premier League matches? Let me see here. What time are they? They're doable. They're doable in August. Maybe. 22nd. Oh, man, August 24th. I would need something like August 29th. Maybe August 29th, there's a couple games. A couple games that might be doable. Can't do anything on Sundays, though. What's good, Alex? 6:39, 11 Central normally on Saturday. Yeah. We might be able to do a game or two of Premier League every so often. Also going to depend, though, because once college football gets going, I'm going to try to do at least one college football game per week. My goal is to do a couple NFL games a week, at least one college football game a week, and a bunch of hockey. That's kind of my game plan going into this main sports season, going into this fall, late summer, early fall. That's kind of my vision. College football game a week. Occasionally do a Pirates game if there's like nothing else going, or if the Pirates make the playoffs. Man. But yeah. That being said, this game was a really, really good finish. Next stream probably not going to be for a little bit. Saturday I'm gonna be going out, but let me see. It's also a problem. PL conflicts with football start times here. Ugh. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for the congrats. Hopefully we hold it this time. I know we hit it before, but we never really held it. So, but I feel like we're kind of in a better spot as a channel, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tough. Oh, Ray with a happy poop. Unless we wake up early. Oh, man. But yeah, that is kind of the tough thing, is that trying to find out when the next stream should be. And there's not really anything. Because there's not really... I don't think the Pirates play a matinee that game. I think they play in the evening. Don't they? Let's see. They play 6:10 or 6:40. Yeah, they play 6:40 on August 1st. So yeah, with me going out on Saturday, it's going to be a little bit tough. Yo, Egg! What's good, bro? What's good? But yeah, with me going to be going out, it's going to be a little bit tough. Definitely will be live on Sunday, though. Definitely on Sunday. Game 4, Pirates-Reds. Will be live for that. No doubt about it. Probably not tomorrow. Probably not Friday. Or actually, definitely not tomorrow or Friday, because I have things going both those nights. Saturday is very touchy. Unless there's an early enough game of some kind, which I am not aware of. Probably not Saturday, but definitely 1:40 p.m. Sunday we'll be live for the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Pirates taking on the Cincinnati Reds in a critical game. That being said, I am going to wrap it up here for tonight so I can chill, unwind, unplug for the night so I can get a little bit of other fun things done as well that I want to get done prior to going to bed, because I got to get to bed earlier tonight because, well, you know, I got to go into the office tomorrow, so I got to get up at like 6:30 in the morning. I do fall asleep sometimes if I do wake up early. Actually, most of the time I fall asleep if I wake up at 6:30 a.m. It's too early. Fair enough. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the stream, drop us a like, drop us a sub. Next stream again on Sunday, August 2nd at 1:40 p.m. So this is it for July of 2026. So with that, we'll say goodbye to July 2026, and I'll see you guys in August. Peace out, and have a good one. Thank you, Egg. Yes, sir. We hit the minor goal of 11:20. Woo! We'll see you, Egg. See you, Alex. Oh, man. See you, John. Am I missing someone? I'm not missing anyone. See you, Ray. We'll see you, Ray, Egg, John, Alex. See you every day. Have a good night.